Namaskar, Adab, Sat Shri Akal, a very warm welcome once again, everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Hope you're doing well, staying healthy, staying safe, and rooting for Sushant and Sameer Wankhede. एक बार फिर से समीर वानखड़े इसलिए because a lot of things have been happening in our world and कुछ threats समीर वानखड़े उनकी family को and all that stuff. So we will talk a little bit about that as well later. But सबसे पहले welcome back. Yes, I know मैंने पहले भी कहा था, I'll try to be more regular and whatnot, but of course there are things that are happening and keeping me busy. But सब face screen पे hello एक बार मैं सबको let me just check. Hello David. Hello, Alan. Hello, Sanyukta ji. Akashveer ji, namaskar. Hello, KD ji. Hello, Sanyukta Kamini ji. Vanakkam. And welcome. Om Shanti. Hello, Sonal. Hello. Hi, RS. And yes, this familiar face should be regular. Should be back. Let's see. Hello, Judy. And hello, Siddharth. And hello to everyone who will be joining later. Jojo Log, yes, feels a little odd as well. थोड़ा सा बहुत दिनों बाद आज मैंने ये live button दबाया and even though I'm back to my social media family, my second family, but a lot of things happening. Plus, मेरे जो मुझे इतना प्यार करते हैं वो भी मुझे इतना मिस कर रहे थे, तो उनको भी उनके लिए भी मुझे आना ही पड़ा. क्या करें. शायद उनका सेशन के लिए कंटेंट नहीं मिल रहा, तो मैं कुछ बोलता हूँ, कुछ उसमें से निकलता है. मैं कुछ करता हूँ तो उसमें से कुछ निकलता है. सो आई थिंक everything kind of makes content for them. Why not give them content as well. End of the day, social media पे थोड़ा बहुत मैं एक्टिव हूँ on Twitter, and I'm really happy to see some of the good things that are happening. Sad to see few things as well, but सबसे बढ़िया बात जो हो रही है, जो कि आज का टॉपिक भी है, which is Boycott Bollywood battle, जो शुरुआत हो चुकी है. आई थिंक कुछ दिन पहले अर्जुन कपूर ने जैसे एक कमेंट किया था कि बॉलीवुड वालों ने बहुत लाइटली ले लिया था. I would say I just have one thing to say to them: bring it on. Who is afraid of you? Who is scared of you? Actually, it's the other way around. You guys are the ones who are rattled. You are the ones who are scared. आप लोगों की इस टाइम जो हालत है वो बहुत ही अच्छा लग रहा है कि आपकी वो हालत हुई है. अब बहुत देर हो चुकी है. The only option you have is, instead of showing us the arrogance, instead of showing us the ignorance, and instead of showing us the attitude, अगर आप थोड़ा सा अभी भी humble होके, if you guys acknowledge and accept the mistakes you've done, and सभी को नमस्कार. And RS, it's after hibernation. No hibernation, Judy, and no hibernation, RS. I know I was supposed to be here earlier, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, Bollywood walo, the PR has become very active. Hello, Paddy. Hello. Hibernation is over. Let's put it this way, and let's focus on how to fight this Bollywood cabal. मैंने पहले भी कहा था, I think few months back, there are a lot of problems. Yes, we can keep on talking about problems. That is not gonna help in any way. The way we can, हम लोग इसको कैसे आगे लेके जा सकते हैं, is to talk about solution. What are the things that we can do? क्या करें हम ऐसा जिस वजह से ये जो बॉलीवुड है इसकी सफाई तो हो ही हो, उसके साथ साथ we also ensure that the same thing doesn't repeat again. इस टाइम पे कुछ ऐसे हैंडल्स हैं, कुछ ऐसे लोग हैं पब्लिक डोमेन में who are ready to kind of support this cause away. Few people we don't even like, in the past. हमने उनको अप्रिशिएट भी नहीं किया, बट अगर वो इस क्लीन अप एक्टिविटी में हेल्प दे सकते हैं, कर सकते हैं, वी शुड डेफिनेटली टेक देयर हेल्प. Hello Ayush. Hello. We had money to spend on movie. So we went to watch today English movie Beast, but not watch दोबारा. दोबारा ये वही दोबारा है जिसके चांटा पड़ना चाहिए था. ये वही दोबारा है जो अपने आप को बॉयकॉट करवाना चाहती थी. तो इसको तो डेफिनेटली यू बंकिंग लेक्चर. अरे भाई कोई बंक पंक मत करना. Hello Susan. Hello from sunny Singapore. And good to see a lot of new people. Lot of hello Vijayji, Dr. Vijay Tiwari. Good to see you. Really long time. बहुत अच्छा लगा आपका मैसेज सा देख के. Hello Rejoy. Hello you. Good morning from, I hope you're in Calcutta now or Kolkata. Uh, all right. Good to see so many familiar faces. Good to see so many good people. And thank you. बॉलीवुड के बारे में तो हम ऑब्वियसली जितना बात करें कम है. I know, Vijay ji. I am so happy to see this. Uh, really, thank you. Yeah, I'm a little overwhelmed for sure, but thank you so much. I know that. For people, I'm sure a lot of people on this platform already know Dr. Vijay Tiwari. Um Dr. Vijay has also been a very key instrumental person in my life. जब मैं एक बहुत ही अलग सा फेज में था, वो 13 दिन वो किसी को नहीं भूलते. He was the one, and I really give him the entire credit for getting me out of a big and nonsensical mess. So thank you so much, Dr. Tiwari. I know a lot of people around the world sent you a lot of positivity and a lot of blessings us time pe, because you deserve every bit of it. Anyways, thank you once again. I brought back some old memories, so thank you so much. बॉलीवुड इज सेइंग सो मच एरोगेंस. सीमा जी, एरोगेंस से तो ये भरे हुए हैं. ये लोग इतना ज्यादा एरोगेंस इनमें भरा हुआ है. दे आर लाइक हम एक के बाद एक मूवीज बनाते जाएंगे. हम एक के बाद एक, हमारे चाहे पॉलिटिशियंस हो, चाहे वो हमारे रिलीजियस गुरु हो, चाहे वो हमारे कोई भी सेंटिमेंट्स हो, उनको ये करते जाएंगे, ये टच करते जाएंगे, उनको अब्यूज करते जाएंगे, एंड दे विल नॉट स्टॉप. मैं अभी देख रहा था कि करण जौहर जो कि ऑब्वियसली बॉलीवुड मूवीज में तो उन्होंने जो कचरा किया जस्ट बिकॉज वो चल नहीं रहा. So he's ventured out into jewelry business and he started some new jewelry franchise या brand अपना शुरू किया है. So इन लोगों को भी अब impact हो गया है बहुत. इन्होंने हमारे भगवान चाहे आप भगवानों से रिलेटेड टॉपिक देखें, चाहे वो हमारे आर्मी नेवी जितने भी लोगों को देखें, उनको इन्होंने किस तरह से अब्यूज किया है. नॉट दैट we have to completely abolish Bollywood, but ये जो इनकी arrogance है, ये जो इनका attitude है, ये जो इनका approach है towards everything is gonna make sure their downfall comes very soon. हर कोई individual, हर एक इंसान, I think we should be very open to acknowledge any mistake that we do. Yes, Rejoice, sure, I will send the link. Let me do that. I know a lot of people would love to come and talk. Please feel free. आज का ये है. I really want each one of you to share your views, your opinions, whatever you feel. But मेरी तरफ से ये एक मूवमेंट का जो कंट्रीब्यूशन है वो यही रहेगा कि I really want to bring a little bit of sanity. I really want to bring a little bit of sensibility, a little bit of humility. ये सब वो factors, ये सब वो criteria है which will go a long way, guys. मैं देख रहा हूँ सोशल मीडिया पे people they call themselves SSR warriors. वो लोग अपने आप को नाम में, टाइटल में, हैंडल में हर जगह सुशांत लगा रहे हैं, but they don't behave like an SSR warrior. पहली बात, you represent your own self. Yes, you are a warrior, you are representing Sushant, but at the same time you're representing your parents, you're representing your family. So जब आप सोशल मीडिया पे किसी के साथ किसी भी तरह का डिस्कशन कर रहे हैं, किसी भी तरह का आप आर्ग्यूमेंट भी कर रहे हैं, forget there is a limit, there is a certain way of talking to people. You cannot cross certain lines. मैं बहुत देर से देख रहा हूँ सोशल मीडिया पे कुछ ऐसे ऐसे हैंडल्स भी हैं जिनको of course I also follow. I also kind of at times I tweet and retweet their tweets, but their language is changing. बहुत अब्यूजिव हो रहे हैं, बहुत ही ज़्यादा अग्रेसिव हो रहे हैं. दे क्रॉसिंग ऑल द लिमिट्स. नाउ आई टेल यू, आई नो गुस्सा सबको आता है, गुस्सा हर किसी को आता है, बट there is a risk attached to that. The moment you start abusing through your main handles, आप लोग किसी का भी देख लें, चाहे वो मैं हूं, चाहे आप हैं, कोई भी है, we are not, will not be spared. If we cross our limit, there are social media guidelines. Twitter will block you. सारी आप मेहनत आप कर रहे हैं to build a network, it will all be screwed up. It will all go to waste. आज भी एक मेरी सुबह के टाइम के अराउंड आई थिंक एक स्पेस हुई थी. आई कुड नॉट जॉइन दैट स्पेस. I know I hate Bollywood. Hate is a very strong word. I know I hate certain people in that industry. But that doesn't give me, any kind of right to abuse anyone. गाली गलौज करना, पेरेंट्स के ऊपर जाना, एक दूसरे को, ठीक है, लोग बॉट कहते हैं, वो हमें बॉट कहते हैं, हम उन्हें बॉट कह सकते हैं. वो हमें पेड पीआर कहते हैं, हम उन्हें पेड पीआर कह सकते हैं. देयर इज सर्टेन काइंड ऑफ लिमिट लिंगो, बट यू कैनॉट गो एंड क्रॉस लिमिट्स कि आप फैमिली, बच्चों को, एक दूसरे को गाली गलौज करना सोशल मीडिया पे. इवेंचुअली होगा ये कि आपका खुद का सोशल मीडिया हैंडल विल बी डिसेबल्ड. Yes, there are certain people who within ourselves, हमारे SSR वॉरियर्स में भी, जो ये ऐसे कर रहे थे, कर रहे हैं, आगे भी शायद करेंगे. They already can see the impact. उनके खुद के ब्लॉक होते जा रहे हैं ट्विटर हैंडल्स, which is a good thing, because end of the day, social media is such a powerful weapon. एक वो ऐसी तलवार है, ये किसी को भी कभी भी किसी भी तरह से इम्पैक्ट कर सकती है. It comes with a lot of responsibility. It comes with a lot of power attached to it. So अगर आपको करना ही है तो ढंग से करें, अपनी लिमिट में रह के करें. एक स्टाइल दिखाता हूं. ये वीडियो थोड़ा वायरल हुआ था, मुझे भी बहुत अच्छा लगा था. Let me just play it for you. आई एम श्योर आप सब ने ये देखा होगा वीडियो. इसके अंदर बंदा भी थोड़ा एग्रेसिव हो गया था, बट दिस इज अ गुड वे ऑफ शोकेसिंग योर एंगर.
बहुत बढ़िया काम कर रहे हो आप. 2 मिनट रुकेंगे आप? हाँ बोलो ना सर. आप ये क्यों कर रहे हो, क्या फायदा आपको इसमें? ये मैं लोगों को जागृत करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ. एक हीरो जिसको जीरो से हमारे देश ने हीरो बनाया, हमने कभी ये नहीं देखा कि यार वो किस जात का है, किस धर्म का है. हमने उसे सीधे कलाकार माना. लेकिन जब वो शीर्ष पे पहुंच गया तो उसने हमारे देश को बदनाम करा. ये बोला कि भारत को इस देश में डर लगता है. अरे आमिर खान, डर तो हमको लगता है जब हमारे घर वाले कश्मीर जाते हैं. डर तो हमको लगता है जब कन्हैया कुमार की गला काट दिया जाता है. हमें डर लगता है. डर तेरे को क्यों लगता है? इस चीज पे आके तू हमारे देश को बदनाम करेगा. तू अपनी बेटी का नंगा फोटो तू अपने पोस्ट करेगा, उसको बर्थडे पे मनाते हुए नंगा फोटो पोस्ट करेगा, और तू सोचता हम तेरी घटिया आदमी की पिक्चर देखेंगे. बाइकआउट बाइकआउट बाइकआउट. और जो आदमी पिक्चर देखेगा वो खुद भी देश का गद्दार है. और अगर वो इसको अपना हीरो मानता है तो वो भी अपनी बहन बेटियों के फोटो नंगे पोस्ट करे. तब हम मानेंगे कि वो तुम्हारा हीरो है. नहीं तो इसको बाइकआउट करो उस साले को. इसलिए आप भी पिक्चर मत देखने जाना. आपके हाथ जोड़ के कर रहा हूँ. अपने बहन बेटियों की इज्जत बचाओ, अपने देश की इज्जत बचाओ, देश से प्रेम करो. पिक्चर देखना बंद करो सर. इन लोगों की, इनको हम सिर पे बिठाते और ये हमारे सिर पे मुदते हैं. ठीक है भाई, मेरे को इनके लिए. हम भी नहीं देखेंगे भाई साहब. बिल्कुल धन्यवाद.
Hello, Rejoy. How are you? You are mute, Rejoy. We can't hear you. Can't hear you. Okay. While we wait for him, so ये एक तरीका है, how we can literally in a very good way boycott Bollywood. एक दूसरों के साथ लड़ के झगड़ के गाली गलौज करके सोशल मीडिया पे गुस्सा दिखा के अपना ही ब्लड प्रेशर बढ़ाओगे और अपना अकाउंट उड़वाओगे is all I really can. I've been observing it for a very long time. Let's see if we can hear a joy. Okay, he's saying I'm rejoining. Okay, sure, we can't hear you, so I'll wait. So इसीलिए कह रहा हूँ कि it's very important. आज का जो स्पेस हुआ था जिसके बारे में मुझे ज़्यादा डिटेल्स नहीं है बट स्टिल जितना मुझे पता है मैं उसके हिसाब से कहूँगा. There are so many PR people and I'll call them PR because वो एक्चुअल में PR का काम करते हैं. उनकी जॉब है वो. They are either reporters, they are movie journalists, they are review करते हैं movies का, तो उनका तो ये काम है. So if you try to tag them and say you are a paid PR, actually that's their job. तो अगर वो है भी तो आप उनको ऐसे कह के क्या कर लोगे. But then I saw so much dirt today on social media. The moment we start abusing people, the moment we start abusing, फिर हमारे और उनमें कोई फर्क नहीं रहेगा. जैसे अर्जुन कपूर ने एटीट्यूड दिखाया कि हमने बहुत लाइटली लिया लोगों को. So he wants to challenge the common public. He wants to challenge the same people who have actually given him his stardom, the so-called stardom. कौन है अर्जुन कपूर? What is his that reason to fame? Maybe one surname जो शायद उसके बाप और ताया ने जो कमाया या उनके ग्रैंडफादर ने जो थोड़ा बहुत कमाया. That surname is his sense of pride. या his so-called girlfriend, जो कि जिसका तो खुद ही इतनी बड़ी हिस्ट्री है. So what else? What has he done? Instead of being thankful, grateful कि उसको इतना कुछ ना होने के बावजूद भी ना टैलेंट, ना अकल, ना शक्ल, ना बात करने की तमीज, ना. We've all seen some of the stupid videos जो करण जौहर और अपने बाबा के साथ वो बैठ के बनाता है. So all that, उसके बाद भी ये एटीट्यूड, and we humbly say bring it on. At least I will always say that bring it on. I would love to uh, take it head on. So Yukta now new strategies, technicians, spot boys, other actors. Exactly. This is such a stupid strategy. This is such a stupid and nonsensical strategy. आप इमेजिन करें मूवी जब बन रही थी, मूवी जब बन चुकी थी, the spot boys, the technicians, the electricians, they are daily wage earners. They are not waiting for the movie to be a hit कि उनको सैलरी मिलेगी या उसमें से उसको कट मिलेगा. ये वो लोग हैं जो सुबह आते हैं, रात तक काम करते हैं, रात को घर जाने से पहले they get their daily wage. उसके बाद अगले लेवल के टेक्नीशियंस होते हैं जो बिहाइंड द सीन्स होते हैं, कैमरा के पीछे होते हैं, एडिटिंग होते हैं, फोटोग्राफर्स होते हैं, सारे they get paid either as a monthly और जो काम कर रहे हैं उसके लिए. By the time the final is a movie is ready, pretty much everybody is paid off. चाहे वो टेक्नीशियंस हो, चाहे वो प्रमोटर्स हो, चाहे वो in some of the cases even the actors. कुछ ये जो अपने आप को सुपरस्टार समझते हैं, these guys are the ones who keep their salaries to a bare minimum because they want to earn more on the profit. तो जो प्रॉफिट होता है उस प्रॉफिट के अंदर ये कट रखते हैं अपना. अब ऑब्वियस ही बात है जब सैलरी कम ले रहे हैं तो इनको होता है कि हमारा वो 500 करोड़ 1000 करोड़ का बजट मूवी सक्सेसफुल हो जिसमें से इनको कट मिले so that they make more money than their salary. अब वो चीज इम्पैक्ट हो रही है. सो दीज शेमफुल पीपल आर नाउ यूजिंग वो टेक्नीशियंस और उन लोगों का नाम यूज करके अपनी मूवीज को प्रमोट करना चाहते हैं कि हमारे लिए मत देखो, पर उन टेक्नीशियंस के लिए देख लो. अरे भाई, टेक्नीशियंस ने काम कर लिया, उनको पैसा मिल गया, वो आगे बढ़ गए, तुम अपना आगे बढ़ो. सो नाउ व्हाट इज टीएम, इस सेशन पे तो मैं टीएमकेसी को डिफाइन नहीं कर पाऊंगा. That's a very very kind of unfortunate thing that people are using such kind of terminology online. But मैं टी बता देता हूँ. टी it's a gali, basically it's a gali, and that's what they have tried to trend on Twitter. Now trending कैसे हो रही है इस चीज की, and why is Twitter not taking care of it? Very surprising, because end of the day, if I abuse somebody, if I use any kind of acronym for an abuse, that should be flagged and my account should be either suspended, yeah, it should be blocked. Acronym for an abuse, that should be okay. Hello सीमा जी, आपके पीछे YouTube चल रहा है. If you could, yeah, it should be blocked. Acronym for an abuse, that
Okay.
should be. Hello सीमा जी, आपके पीछे YouTube चल रहा है. If you could, yeah, it should be blocked. Acronym for an abuse, that
Just a
should be.
sec.
Hello सीमा जी, आपके पीछे YouTube चल रहा है. Sure, मैंने आपको म्यूट किया है. Rejoy, I see spinning wheel with your name, so I don't know if we can hear you again. Okay, let me see. With your name. Okay. सीमा जी, अभी भी आपके पीछे एक YouTube चल रहा है, तो if you can close all the other tabs या browsers अगर आप हैं तो.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Oh, thank God. I didn't know that के सारे windows बंद करना है. I'm very new to all this. But yeah, I really wanted to talk to you. You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
Varun, really, it's commendable. And you know how I came to know about you was during the Arnab, जब अर्नब का था, and आपने एक पूरा वो रिपब्लिक ने दिखाया था कि there is someone in USA who has फिर आपका एक स्क्रीनशॉट आया था, आपने जो एक वीडियो मतलब एक जूम करा था,
Zoom meeting की थी. हाँ
oh
जी.
yeah, Zoom meeting. So that was so commendable and really and we were all rooting for Arnab कि वो बहुत गलत हुआ उनके संग जो भी हुआ था. But anyways, and then the SSR thing is always there. I'm such a, I know I am in Chicago. मुझसे इतना ज़्यादा नहीं हो पाता है, but I really appreciate. I'm such. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I thought there's someone. Yeah.
Yeah, नहीं थोड़ा echo आया था, but now it's gone. Yeah, please.
Okay. Yeah. So just wanted to say thanks for everything and हम लोग से जो बन पड़ता है आप हम लोग को बताइए हम कैसे करें. We'll be there, but the thing is the boycott Bollywood जो मुझे इतनी irritation होती है. They know what we want. They know that we are really mad कि किसी ने justice नहीं मांगा SSR के लिए. They don't want to even open their mouth. उनको पता है कि हम लोग को किस बात का बुरा लग रहा है. But they will never ask for justice. बस ये कहते रहेंगे अरे हम याद कर रहे हैं जब कोई फिल्म रिलीज होती है. They will all of a sudden remember SSR. Remember वो एक तो this कीर्ति सेनन, I don't know क्या उसका नाम है. She will always remember him कभी भी जब उसकी मूवी रिलीज होगी. But they will never utter a word. I don't know why. What are they scared of? मुझे तो यही नहीं समझ में आता है.
काम है ना. So I think we've talked about it earlier as well. All these people, right? सुशांत तो चला गया. सुशांत के लिए अब ये कुछ बोल भी लेंगे अगर या कुछ कर भी लेंगे, that would mean they go against their bread and butter, right? They go against the cabal that is working here.
But then who is controlling them?
अरे ये सारा अंडरवर्ल्ड का और प्लस वो जो भाई करके जो एक सबके सिर पे बैठा है, उसने तो सारा का सारा सत्यानाश करके रखा हुआ है. एंड और उसका एटीट्यूड अब और बढ़ता जा रहा है. मैं देख रहा था लास्ट 2 दिन पहले किसी ने एक वीडियो क्लिप भेजा था. The way he walks, the way he मतलब अपने आप को दिखा रहा है कि जैसे सबका बाप आ गया जैसे.
Yeah, I know.
उस तरह का एटीट्यूड.
वही है, arrogance तो भरा हुआ है और सब में. मतलब जो नॉन एक्टर्स हैं like Arjun Kapoor, he has the audacity to come and say something And the other thing is that, what do you think? I just wanted to ask you a question. आप इतने interact करते हैं, बीजेपी के आने से कोई फायदा होगा क्या महाराष्ट्र में? Is there something that we can get, or वही चलता रहेगा?
Yeah, I'm very very open about it. और आज ही मैं किसी के साथ ट्विटर पे मेरी वो चल रही थी. I mean, I don't like to fight, but yes, अगर कोई somebody is having a healthy discussion या अगर argument भी हो रहा है, but it is in a constructive way, I'm more than happy to even do that. So आज ही होके हटा इसके ऊपर भी. And I saw Amit Shah, appreciating the gem of Telugu industry.
I just saw your tweet.
हाँ, तो
Yeah.
gem of Telugu industry. Yes, that guy might be good. Junior NTR. Yeah, maybe I don't know, and I don't want to know it.
Yeah.
I want to know वो एक gem जिसने करोड़ों रुपए दिए थे उस टाइम पे जब इस कंट्री में जरूरत थी फ्लड्स के टाइम. वो जो बच्चों को पढ़ा रहा था, लेके जा रहा था, वो भी इसी इंडस्ट्री का एक जेम था.
Yeah.
वो चला गया, उसको मार दिया. चलो मैं कहता हूँ, I'll be the devil's advocate या I'll be the most neutral guy. मैं कहता हूँ उसको, अगर ये politicians और ये जो भी लोग कह रहे हैं, at least he died under mysterious circumstances. He was a star. He was not like a regular star. He was a superstar, and he had made a name around the world. कोई ये नहीं कि सिर्फ इंडिया में उसको जानते थे. He has done so many things. Being of that level, ये सारे politicians, चाहे वो किसी भी पार्टी से हों, irrespective of BJP, कांग्रेस, आप and all,
Yeah.
अगर वो मारा गया है या उसकी डेथ हुई है, doesn't it become a responsibility कि आप उसके बारे में, उस केस के बारे में, मैं ये नहीं कहता न्यूज, आप जाके कोई प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करो, you're maybe the home minister, you're the prime minister, you could be leading the party, whatever, but don't you feel the need कि अगर एक ऐसे स्टार को मार दिया और उसके बारे में आप कुछ नहीं कर पा रहे, then what would the public who is your vote bank think about you? आप ये जो महाराष्ट्र की बात कर रही हैं, राइट? बहुत सारे लोग हैं अभी भी ट्रोल करते हैं, मुझे भी बहुत गालियां पड़ती हैं, which is okay, but we will ask questions because we have the right to ask questions. Everybody was expecting ये वापस आएगी ये पार्टी और हमें जस्टिस मिलेगा, they will help us. The same chief minister, Mr. Shinde, getting onto a stage और जाते जाते इनको रास्ते में दिख जाता है शेरा, तो उसके लिए रुकते हैं. Who is शेरा? कौन है शेरा? इतना कौन सा पावरफुल पॉलिटिशियन या मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट या कौन सा वो लीडर है किसी पार्टी का कि जिसके लिए आपको रुकना पड़ा? There were other people standing, but the audacity of these leaders, ये चीफ मिनिस्टर ऑफ महाराष्ट्र हैं जो रुके to just say hello to शेरा. That speaks volume. And again, I might be trolled again, which is fine. I don't care about it, but this is very shameful. The same set of people, ये शेरा की वो ऑडियो रिकॉर्डिंग भी है, बहुत पहले आई थी. How he was threatening women and how he was threatening people, how he gets a lot of things done for Salman Khan under the table, and now he's a big politician, leader बन गया है. तो आप जो क्वेश्चन पूछ रही हैं उसका बिल्कुल स्ट्रेट आंसर तो ये किसी के नहीं है. कोई भी पार्टी कह ले, कोई भी लीडर कह ले, ये किसी ने कुछ नहीं करना टिल द टाइम इनको खुद का फायदा नहीं दिखता. हमने सब पिछले 1.5 साल से इसी के पीछे हम सब लोग लगे हुए थे. सारे फाइट ये कर रहे थे कि किसी तरह से वो गवर्नमेंट चली जाए और ये गवर्नमेंट आ जाए. इस गवर्नमेंट के आने पे भी कुछ नहीं हो रहा. एंड आई हैव अ वेरी वेरी, वो कहते हैं ना, राबिया जी से जब भी बात हुई, पहले भी हुई, पहले भी
I so feel for her. Really, I really feel for her. कभी भी अब वो वीडियोस देखते हैं of जिया and all that, really my heart ऐसा वो हो जाता है कि क्या करें. How a mother, she's just like just holding on to it. I don't know कितना strength होगा.
Yep.
Just so
really. And अभी कुछ दिन पहले एक और एक तो हमारे सोशल मीडिया पे भी बहुत क्या बोलूं अब मैं, I want to keep it very respectful, but there are so many people on our social media, some senior people, जिनके ऊपर लोग शायद थोड़ा ज्यादा ट्रस्ट करते हैं, थोड़ा लोग करना भी चाहते हैं. even they are now trying to create hysteria. They're trying कुछ मैंने सुना कि कोई के अंदर किसी का नाम आया, and all that. I mean, these things are like playing with the sentiments, with those sentiments जो बड़ी मुश्किल से लोग अपने कंट्रोल कर पाए हैं. They are now in a stage or a phase where they want to focus कि यार शायद कुछ हो जाएगा. And these people, again, without naming the names,
Yeah.
I checked with Rabia ji, and Rabia ji is like कि मुझे तो नहीं पता वरुण. I mean, I don't care कि क्या हो रहा है. Till the time it's making noise, it's okay. But there is nothing. फैमिली को कुछ पता नहीं, केस में किस क्या हो रहा है किसी को कोई पता नहीं. बट यहाँ सोशल मीडिया पे बैठ के कुछ लोग, कुछ पॉलिटिशियंस, कुछ वो मिस्टर द रानेज जो है, जिप ड्राइव कहाँ है, मैं तो वेट करता रह गया. कहाँ गई वो जिप ड्राइव जिसके अंदर दिशा से रिलेटेड.
Varun, for example, आपके I'm sorry, I know you are here in America. कोई इंडिया में PIL नहीं डाल सकता? Is there something that we can do कि हमें CBI बताए क्या चल रहा है? PIL नहीं होते हैं ऐसे. I don't know. I'm very naive.
I think ये डला था. No, absolutely. You're not being naive, but this is a very common, एक feeling है, हम सबकी है. हम भी ये frustrated होते हैं. But I think the point is, till the time the case is going on, till the time it is still under investigation, the only thing they will tell us is the same. Okay, investigation is going on. That's just the biggest problem. Just wait.
And Varun, I know you have a regard for, जैसे for example, Republic में कोई इसको मुद्दा क्यों नहीं उठाता है? Is there something, there is a ban on it, or they are avoiding it?
It's a mix. It's a mix of both. Okay. I'll be very honest about it. Again, मैं इस पे भी troll होऊंगा, but that's fine.
आप क्यों ट्रोल हो गए? आपने तो उनकी
नहीं इसके ऊपर होता. अरे यहाँ पर पता है आपको एक बात बताता हूँ. And I'm glad we are talking like this. This is a very candid talk.
I'm really happy that I'm talking to you. Really, yeah.
तो मैं आपको सिंपल सा ये बताता हूँ, राइट? यहाँ पर क्या है, और ये मैं भी इसका कल्प्रिट रहा हूँ. I also got influenced a lot of times this way कि मैं लोगों की बातों में, लोगों की एक वो फील में मैं भी I used to kind of वो बह जाना होता है, वैसा हो जाता था. And then I lost that practicality, या वो जो एक I always say कि you have to be the neutral person. I try to be that neutral person irrespective of the situation, but sometimes I also become a little biased. But यहाँ पर क्या हुआ था कि same चीज, all these news channels, I have personally witnessed one incident जहां पर प्रशांत जब था, उसने एक प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की थी. There were 3 platforms in a way जो प्रशांत के उस इंटरव्यू को कर रहे थे. एक रिपब्लिक था, एक प्रशांत का खुद का अपना चैनल चल रहा था, और तीसरा मैं था, और मेरा वाला वीडियो अभी भी है. The sad part was the entire thing with all the evidences were given or handed over to Republic at that time. उन्होंने, और मेरे वीडियो के अंदर दिख रहा है कि वो रिपब्लिक का कैमरामैन इज रिकॉर्डिंग इट, एंड दे सेड वी विल पब्लिश दिस. वो दिन है और आज का दिन है. That never got published. I don't know what happened about this. I don't know what happened about those names. उस वीडियो के लिए भी मुझे काफी बैकलैश लेना पड़ा था कि what was the basis of that. उसके अंदर एक लड़की थी.
Did it happen after he went to the after he came out from the jail, or
no,
did it
before?
Before.
Actually even before.
Okay.
तो हम लोग सब कुछ देखते हैं, हम लोग सब कुछ ऑब्जर्व करते हैं. But yes, after what happened in the jail, या जो भी वो सारा इंसिडेंट हुआ, I'm sure there's a lot of pressure. There is a lot of pressure from up above, and of course, जो भी कहो, end of the day they also have families, they also have people, so they have to safeguard them as well. But हम लोग यहाँ बैठ के बस वेट कर रहे हैं. More than us, I feel for the family. Imagine that dad who is sitting, who is waiting, who is just desperately looking for a closure. वो क्या करे? Can he fight a big cabal all by himself? No, he cannot. He's just sitting and maybe भगवान को प्रे करते होंगे, अपने बच्चों से, अपनी बेटियों से पूछते होंगे क्या हो रहा है.
My heart goes out both to all the sisters. इतना खराब लगता है उनको देख के, उनके पापा को, कि मतलब how they are going to, एक पल हमेशा सोचते होंगे शायद ऐसा हुआ होगा, शायद ऐसा. They don't have answers. They don't have answers at all.
Nobody has an answer.
Yeah, it is such
correct. And they're and I feel for the sisters as well,
Yeah,
especially what
really.
Priyanka has to go through every day, while on one end she's fighting this cabal, she is daily aggressively handling these hashtags, case key details, logo ka, and then on top of that the entire PR, and now within the whole SSR warrior family, uski bhi trolling, uske andar bhi fights. So imagine the amount of stuff they have to go through.
अगर एक ही मकसद है तो हम लोग लड़ क्यों, ये लोग लड़ते क्यों हैं? व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम? ईगो कहाँ पे आ रही है? द ओनली वन एजेंडा शुड बी टू गेट टुगेदर एंड सर्च फॉर आंसर्स.
हर किसी को will चाहिए, हर किसी को पावर चाहिए, हर किसी को
हमें
व्यूज
क्या,
चाहिए.
हमें पावर क्या मिल जाएगा? एक पावर हमारा सबसे बड़ा होगा इफ वी गेट जस्टिस फॉर हिम, दैट्स इट, वी आर
That's
डन.
it.
हमारे पास
That's
और, हमें और कुछ नहीं चाहिए. बट
absolutely.
देन आई रियली अप्रिशिएट, इवन आई रियली अप्रिशिएट बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो इंडिया में भी हैं. वरुण, आप तो यहाँ पे हैं,
Yep.
इंडिया
No,
में भी कर रहे हैं, और मुझे आप लोग के बारे में बड़ा डर लगता है कि आप लोग इतना मुहिम चला रहे हैं. इट्स रियली कमेंडेबल एंड इट्स रियली स्केरी आल्सो एट द सेम टाइम. एंड हैट्स ऑफ टू योर फैमिलीज रियली में, जो है, जो आप मतलब जो आपका साथ देते हैं. बट आप, यू आर जस्ट अ वन मैन आर्मी जैसे होती है ना, and you're doing all by yourself. And all to all those YouTubers, मतलब जो SS warriors है जो इंडिया में भी करने को, मुझे डर लगता है कि पता नहीं कहाँ का एड्रेस ले लो, कहाँ पहुंच जाए, एक दिन आपके घर पे ही ना पहुंच जाए. मतलब इट इज रियली स्केरी. सो
yep.
प्लीज टेक केयर. आई एम नॉट गोइंग
Thank
टू टेक मच ऑफ योर टाइम. टेक केयर एंड गॉड ब्लेस
thank you
ऑल
so much.
SSRians जो भी हैं, और हम लोग को जल्दी से जल्दी कुछ मिरेकल हो जाए. we need some God's intervention. अब बहुत हो गया. And I think,
prayers में बहुत पावर होती है,
yeah,
and that's what I always believe. हम लोगों को अपनी तरफ से हम, that's what I say, right? We are not the real blood family of Sushant, so we have certain limitations, but जो हम कर सकते हैं वो है a lot of prayers, a lot of
yeah,
wish for the family, blessings for the family हम करते रहें, और भेजते रहें उनको वो warm vibes, and I'm
really,
sure
really. I
सुशांत खुद ही
pray,
खेल
yeah.
रहे हैं.
And I sometimes, it may sound very कहना चाहिए वो, but embarrassed, but I talk to SSR. I talk to him. I say, please, आप ही कुछ करो. आप सब देख रहे हो, कुछ करो. We need to know what happened to you. Please do something. You are with Lord Shiva. Just tell Lord Shiva to do something. बस हम यही बोलते रहते हैं. शायद कुछ हो जाए इस बार. But let's see. We'll all keep our fingers crossed, and thank you so much, all the
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
SSRians and
बहुत अच्छा
Varun,
लगा बात करके.
really, yeah.
Thank you so
And
much.
और अब मैं आती रहूंगी. हाँ, बस यही है कि टाइम बड़ा क्लैश होता है. In the morning you're in the meetings and all that. I know. Hats
Right.
off to you. आप तो पता नहीं सोते हैं या नहीं. आप कितने घंटे सोते हैं? I have no idea.
नहीं,
But,
आजकल तो
yeah.
मैं
हाँ,
आजकल तो मैं वैसे ही थोड़ा बिजी हूँ. आज मुझे बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है वैसे भी, खुद ही
हाँ.
बहुत दिनों बाद ये आके सेशन करके. But yeah, we'll try to do it at different
Please
times so
ऐसे
that we
ऐसे
can.
रखिएगा, and I think we'll have more answers than
Yes,
questions. एक ऐसा टाइम आएगा. Yeah.
बिल्कुल.
And जो भी है आपका, मैं नाम but
गिरिजा जी.
hi to you. हाँ, जो आप हैं, really hi Girja, really, yeah. You have a lovely smile. I just want to say that. Yeah. But anyways, so I'll just take your
Sure.
leave, and thank you so much for
Thank
having
you so
me.
much, Shiva.
Yeah. Take
Take
care.
care.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hello, Girija ji. Yes, you're mute. You're mute.
I didn't realize I'm on mute, and I'm telling her thank you, thank you.
No. How are you? Long time.
Fine. I'm doing fine. I was just listening to how CBA is not answering. CBA is all the time taking refuge in that Exemption Act, that CBA is not answerable to the Right to Information Act,
Right.
right? So I think there should be some change brought in that. I think first 4 years CBI did not have, when the Right to Information Act came, CBA was answerable. After that, I do not know what happened and why suddenly it was taken away. So, what was that embarrassing question that they didn't want to say that we are using this and we are not answering, that they just removed it under the ambit of Right to Information Act? We have to go to the history to find out why did it happen first.
Mhm.
And if we keep on justifying for everything that something is not answerable to the public, then naturally it becomes a chattel in the hands of politicians, anything for that matter.
Right.
Right? Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So, what is the mechanism here? So we need to ask for those things, because today it is Sushant, tomorrow it will be somebody else. And I was just thinking about again your statement saying that we have less, the family has got more powers and we have less. But as I was thinking about it, I said family has less actually, because the family may have the right to ask questions, but there is no mechanism where they can reach, nor are they getting any answers. All their support stems from the fact that we are all fighting together. If we are not there, it becomes like any other common man fighting for the murder that has happened in his family. Who bothers? Like you talked about the case of so many young girls who have died in Tamil Nadu, in schools and all that, right?
Yeah.
If there is no public movement supporting them, what is happening? Or even so many people who passed away immediately after Sushant Singh Rajput, after Sushant. Now, none of us have taken those people's lives, what happened to them, except for Disha Sailin. So their families themselves are totally powerless.
That's true. That's also true.
What happened in the case of Rabia Khan?
Yeah.
At that time, if we had such a huge this thing, probably the case would have, it would have taken a different turn. All alone, she's fighting.
All alone. Exactly.
All alone, she's fighting. So now we have all joined her, but still not to the extent that we're doing for Sushant.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So there is a lot of power that the family gets because the common man is connected with it. The moment we detach ourselves, it loses its strength.
Yeah.
The entire movement of Sushant Singh Rajput is because it has impacted everyone's life. And all of us feel he stood for the principles that we all stand for, but somehow we could not express.
Yeah. Yeah. He became a channel. Absolutely, he became a channel for us.
And all our aspirations, which were probably hidden or forgotten or dormant, they all came alive
Correct.
through his expressions.
Yeah.
Right? When he says that he was right in the industry when he said it, if Bollywood continues like this, Bollywood will collapse. He said it very gently, but definitely
Yeah.
people in Bollywood would have got tremors at the time when they heard this. How dare he say it? What is he
I'm
doing?
gonna I'm gonna pause you because this is the same point I wanted to play today on this, so that people can hear him out. You thank you for bringing that, and it's such a coincidence that you brought this up. But listen, let's all listen to this, guys.
Nothing is a coincidence. What you think is what I think. That's it.
And I think in 2011, in October, I decided to quit TV, and I was thinking of going somewhere else. But in next 3 months, I got Kai Poche, and from then onwards till now, all the films that I've released and all the films that I've signed for next 1.5 years, these are the films that I really wanted to do. Not because there are like no options, but these are the films that I really, really wanted to do. So having this luxury of choosing the kind of scripts and projects out of many, so I cannot complain. So it's my personal experience. Having said that, well, yes, nepotism is there, and it's everywhere. It's just not in Bollywood. And so yeah, so you can't do anything about it. But yes, so nepotism can coexist and nothing would happen. But at the same time, if you deliberately don't allow right talents to come up, then there's a problem. Then the whole structure of the industry would collapse one day. But till then, it's fine. Nepotism can coexist with all the talented people also struggling at the same time, and you'll get wonderful films because they will be competing with each other, and they would raise the performance. So that's not a problem. मैं हमेशा ही बहुत excited रहता हूँ क्योंकि मुझे याद है जब मैं कॉलेज में था और श्यामा के साथ मैं श्यामा के ग्रुप में डांस करता था, तो 2005 था और 2006 था जब मैंने पहली बार एज अ बैकग्राउंड डांसर आईफा में परफॉर्म किया था, और तब से मेरे लिए बहुत मायने रखता है ये वर्ड। 2013 में भी जब मेरी फिल्म रिलीज हुई हो रही थी पहली उसके जस्ट उस समय भी आईफा ने मुझे चांस दिया एक बार एज एन एक्टर दिस टाइम टू परफॉर्म एंड ऑब्वियसली आई एम परफॉर्मिंग दिस टाइम टू सो really looking forward to it.
Here to vote at the IFA voting weekend. Yeah, so yeah, that's where he first of all said the entire structure will fall
Collapse. Yeah.
and collapse. Exactly. And his words are coming true. That's what has happened. चाहे उसको nepotism बोले, चाहे उसको groupism बोले, चाहे उसको cabal का बोले, whatever we can call it, we can name it.
So he said it very nicely, right? Nepotism can coexist. You can support your children, even if they're not talented, even if they want a break, give them. But that doesn't mean that you stop others who are talented, who are hardworking, who want to struggle in the industry from coming up by virtue of their own hard work. Right? That is the thing that he has been saying. So nepotism may not be having that limited meaning that then everybody will say, oh, doctor will always give this thing to doctor, right? So today I heard Gaurav Pradhan speaking somewhere, Meenaji's this thing, and there he said a beautiful thing that people are all the time saying, oh, support Bollywood. If you all keep boycotting Bollywood, so many people who are working there would all collapse. So you are spoiling. He said, if you go by the same logic, then people who are working in the gutka industry, from drug industry, people who are working with terrorists, everybody you should support because their livelihood will be tampered. So we cannot do that. So anything that is harmful for the society, we have got to restrict it. So if it doesn't function in the right way, then what to do? People who are there will suffer.
Yeah, that's true.
So he put it very
And
nicely
यहाँ
because
पर
I said, okay, they will find some other place. That's how. But I didn't get this kind of analogy. When he said it, I realized, yes, how true it is.
right. But again, Giriji, I mean, not to kind of contradict, but at the same time, these people that we are talking about, right? These are like daily wage earners, right? And movies will continue to be made. It's not that they'll stop. Series, web series, a lot of other content will be generated. People like these people who are daily wage earners, they will continue to get their work and their money on a daily basis. So using this analogy that if you don't watch the movie they are gonna crash, no, they're sadly mistaken.
And
Because
not only that, they have never been given their dues. If who is getting the chunk of the thing, they have still been
Exactly.
suffering, right?
Right.
If somebody wounds their hands, then they have to rush to an actor, sir, please give me money so that I can go to the hospital.
Absolutely. I
Nobody even
posted
bothers
another
about them.
video.
There is no insurance, there is no structure, nothing for them.
Correct,
So what
correct.
have you really done for them? If you care for them, then do all that.
Nothing. And मैं वो भी पढ़ रहा था, this everybody or anybody who joins the film fraternity, especially Mumbai industry, they become part of एक union की तरह कह लो या उसको जो भी कह लो, they have to sign that. And that's what the responsibility there is. They have to take care of these people. Unfortunately, they don't get money to support each other. पैसा तो सारा ये अपने आप so called superstars अपना ले जाते हैं. These guys are those. एक टाइम वो भी था जब ये 100-150 पर डे के हिसाब से काम करते थे. 150 रुपए में किसका घर चलता है मुझे तो नहीं समझ आता. And these people are making like 50 lakhs minimum. एक flop actor actress भी 50 लाख लेती है for one movie.
Exactly.
And these mega stars, the so called अपने आप को जो mega stars समझते हैं, they take a cut of it. If a movie is making
percentage of everything.
Yeah, exactly. So इतना ज़्यादा
there's such a disproportionate allotment of the wealth and the income, right?
Absolutely.
So there is no judgment there, no justice there. When they go running to an actor who is there on the set, sir, please give me, and he says, okay, fine, you go to hospital, my bill pay kar deta hu. They feel indebted to them for life. Oh, what? If they were not doing that work, this actor couldn't have performed. So where is the question of somebody coming and asking you, why are you not building it into the system?
Yep.
If the films were not running, all these people from Rotary Club, for so many of them, we have supplied groceries. Why couldn't the actors send groceries to them?
Yeah, that's true.
They should have a list of all the people who are working in all this, right? They should have associations. So people who are making posters, people who are making banners, people who are doing all kinds of people who are running the trolleys, all those people.
Correct.
There are thousands of them working for every movie.
Yep.
Don't you have a list of them, makeup artists, all those people? What did you do for them?
Nothing.
So
Zero.
unless individually they approached somebody and they had a rapport, they got, but there was nothing like regularly, okay, some money will go to your house, whether the
No,
industry is working or
forget
not.
and
They didn't have a salary.
correct. Forget these. Daily wage earners. There have been that mid-level actors as well.
Yeah,
कितनी हमने stories सुनी है where they are not even to survive.
exactly.
They have had health issues जिसके लिए फिर उनको stars के पास जाके beg करना पड़ता है कि at least somebody can you spare me some money because there is no structure for them. And that is the sad part of this industry, but these guys want to cash on even on that.
And
I'm
in
gonna
addition to that, in
Yeah.
order to get that kind of income, these people are forced into get into, say, drugs or any kind of these things,
Correct.
right? So that they can maintain their lives. So there are different ways in which there is a sort of a snare that is held, and they're all caught in that snare, in a web, and they're not able to extricate themselves. That is how I feel that is functioning.
Correct. Yep. I'm gonna take
Yes.
Rejoy because I think he wants to leave as well. Yes, Rejoy, please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning from India, Varun, and
Correct.
good morning, Girija madam.
Yes,
Nice
Vijay.
to meet you. I'll cover 2 points. First of all, the first point will be on this co-actors, mid-actors, technicians, etc. I still, and you will also agree with me, there are 2 to 3 occasions or stories. I won't say it's a reality. A.K. Hangal,
Yeah,
very renowned actor.
very true. Very
So
true.
A.K. Angal during his last days, he was he was not I mean, he was unwell, and he didn't have the money to continue the medicine. So Mr. Big V, I mean, it's Amitabh Bachchan, though I don't like him anymore now, but he came and he supported, and there were two or more actor who also contributed. Now, when we talk about this film industry, when now this they have come that why the daily workers they will lose work, these things are being projected. Now if you turn the clock 25 years back, the situation was similar. So there was nothing, there was no an association who to take care of their medical insurance, etc. If that was not there 25 years ago,
Yes.
even today it is not it's not in place.
Excellent.
So if that had been in place, then their version that these people, the daily wage earner or technicians, they will suffer if we boycott Bollywood doesn't hold good, because nothing has improved for them. So
Absolutely.
what was there 25 years back still remains, number one.
Correct.
Number two,
Just to add,
uh,
before
yeah,
you say number two, even Sayukta ji is mentioning here, right? That recently the best example were COVID times, and we saw how all of these people were literally begging for food, and then there were those.
And the
Uh,
biggest stars were going to Maldives and different places, and they were having holidays at the same time.
exactly.
At the time, where did all their sympathy and everything go? Did they bother about all these people?
Not at all.
the difference 20 years back and 20 years now, I would say it's earlier when someone used to come down to Bollywood to work, right? They had to face a lot of struggle, either nepotism, etc. But they were not forced to take up some other professions side by side. Number one, today, if someone new wants to come to Bollywood, he has to go into he has to become a member of the Cabal gang. He has to attend,
Yeah.
he or she has to attend some parties, and then what happens in the parties we all know. Even the 10-year-old guy will also tell you what happens in the parties. So the culture Bollywood is now projecting for the newcomers is completely different from what it happened 25 years back. Okay. And now coming to one thing, Varun, give a deep thought to it. The two movies which were completely boycotted, right? It's not because people, only because of this religion aspect coming in. Some people of one religion or majority of that religion felt no, it's an insult, so we will not see that film. That is not the case. The case, what I think, I may be wrong also, is that people, the common people, because we are the common people, huh? We earn at the end of 30 days, we get a salary, and that's how we run the family. So we as a common people, the majority of us have realized that Bollywood has taken us for a ride. This has happened only and only because of Sushant.
Absolutely.
And now that most of the people have realized that it's time we completely avoid them. Boycott is a different word. Avoid. If I don't go and see a movie, it's avoiding also. So they are completely avoiding films, which in a sense is contributing to the SSR's movement. And secondly, I would say if this continues, I'm sure that one or two of the big shots will blast in the sense, because they will not accept this. They can accept it for a one movie, they can accept it for two movies. So when they were quiet, when SSR died or SSR was murdered, when they were quiet, they felt that if they speak out, they might lose work, they might lose the recognition, they might lose the favoritism.
Now
Now
it's
that now 2 years have passed by, they are in the same level. The movies are getting flopped. They are not being get new films. No producer is coming forward. Okay, leaving out that two nepo producers. Now the thing is that this trend continues. I am sure, Varun, that one or two will burst out that this film industry was going on a wrong track. So thank you, Varunji.
Absolutely, no. This is a very well put point, Rejoy. That one or two, I would say, more than that will fall out. Already we can see, they're still on a mock spree, right? मैं वो सुन रहा था उसका
Some people are
what is
saying
this
let us
guy?
ignore it, and some
Yeah,
say other reasons, but nobody ever has, except for Anurag Kashyap, some who said why is all the time people talking about Sushant Singh Rajput, and people are, nobody else has even said his name, as though saying his name is going to burn their tongue,
correct.
right? So
Right.
that is the
Yeah,
kind of fever.
the same Anurag Kashyap is now saying that people don't have money, that's why they're not watching movies. Imagine. और किसी ने बहुत सही उसका जवाब दिया,
Then
that this
Textile
new
Files, how did it do?
no the new
I'll not
car
be
that
with you.
the new car that came out, right? The Tata new car somehow was launched recently, and there were
What?
about 1 lakh orders
Yes.
on the same day. So if people
Okay.
don't have money, और उसके ऊपर, now there are new memes made. There was a chai wala, I think somewhere in Mumbai, who is taking bitcoins for tea. So imagine, the country has developed so much in the last few years. A lot of people are doing so much like creative work,
Yes.
or paisa banane ka different, creative ways of earning money. And you're saying, they don't have, they are, people are now, instead of wasting their money on these movies, they're taking vacations, they're taking families outside of India. So they have money. It's not about the money that they don't have. It's because of
Absolutely
this
not.
nonsense. Yeah.
It is the choice that they have made, and they don't want to accept it. They see what is the truth, but they don't want to say it,
Yeah.
or they deliberately choose to be blind. It is like, Gandhari is covering her eyes, so like that they have chosen to blindfold themselves
Yeah.
and not see the truth or accept the truth.
Exactly. And they
Simple.
want to be trolled now, so we will
Yeah,
not
there is a
stop this.
proverb in Tamil, you'll fall down down on your face, but still you don't want the sand to stick to your mustache. So that's what is happening to them.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. All right. Ayush, बहुत देर बाद कैसे हो? How are you? And good to see you.
फाइन, नमस्ते आप दोनों को।
नमस्कार।
ये अनुराग कश्यप के बारे में क्या ही कहना, ये अपने भाई का सगा नहीं हुआ है, पब्लिक को क्या ज्ञान देगा। जब इसके भाई के साथ इतना कुछ हो रहा था तब ये चुप्पी साध के बैठा हुआ था। और ये
बिल्कुल।
जितने भी सेलिब्रिटीज हैं, ये पब्लिक को तो आंख दिखाए ना क्योंकि ये आज जहाँ पहुंचे हैं तो इन्हीं लोगों के बदौलत, हम ही लोग के बदौलत पहुंचे। अभी पब्लिक चाहे ना तो अच्छे से स्टेट या कंट्री की गवर्नमेंट गिरा सकती है, तो तुम लोगों का पूरा इंडस्ट्री क्या चीज है? तो इस तरह की बचकानी हरकतें सोशल मीडिया पे आकर या फिर मेन स्ट्रीम मीडिया पे आकर ना करें तो अच्छा रहेगा।
You must have
और अभी
watched the
जिस
interview of Rajdeep Sardesai with Vivek Agnihotri. There he is putting words into his mouth saying that because BJP came in, you must have seen this. Ayush आपने भी देखा होगा, right? So Vivek Agnihotri said, "You people are not at all. Bollywood is not relating to the public at all. Nobody feels that it is their life." So he has said it very clearly. He has voiced all our feelings. बहुत अच्छी तरह उन्होंने रखा है उसको उधर वो इंटरव्यू को.
और इन लोगों का एक ही
Right.
एजेंडा होता है जो जर्नलिस्टों का, कि मतलब सेलेक्टिव क्वेश्चन पूछना है। ऐसा क्वेश्चन मत पूछना है जिसमें अपने ही पैसे मारे दिए जाएं। सेलेक्टिव क्वेश्चन पूछना है ताकि इन लोग के गुड बुक्स में रहे।
Correct.
Exactly.
चाटुकारिता करनी है।
चाटुकारिता, ये एक नया वर्ड मैंने भी बहुत देर से सुन रहा हूँ। ये सब लोग ऐसे ही हैं। और दिस इज you know, and the good part is कि all thanks to, you know, all this awakening that is happening, बहुत सारे लोग हैं, different platforms, media, you know, YouTube channels, हर जगह जाके, you know, people are awakening each other, and it is really important. जो हो रहा है, I think this is all thanks to, again, Sushant. Unfortunately, you know, he had to leave the world to awaken us all, but jo karke gaya hai, I think it will be a shame, you know, full thing for us if we don't, you know, bring it to a conclusion. So I think hame yahi karna chahiye, and hats off to everyone. Everybody is
Yes, we
contributing.
started it even
Yahan par
before the
before you speak
family
as
came
well.
in, like you said.
Yeah,
We are happy
correct.
that the family has, finally picked up the courage. They have come out to the open, and the kind of grit and determination that they are showing in spite of all the pain. Totally, we understand that. But now it is not anymore only his for his family. It is a public movement because of the various ideologies that he represented.
Yeah,
And those are very important markers for our growth. If we want for the young generation to grow in a good way, then we have to follow the footsteps that Sushant laid for us.
absolutely. Very well said. Very well. All right, Judy, please go ahead. Welcome back.
Well, hi, Varun. Hello, Kiri Chachi.
Hi, Judy.
Uh,
So lovely to see you.
yeah, nice to see you back on Varun's platform. Just the other day, I was thinking about all those sessions earlier which you used to do.
Yes.
Yeah, we miss them. Hello, Ayush. Varun,
हेलो।
I came here to ask a query. This is just triggering in my head. So I thought
Sure.
ask and let's see if anybody or in the chat also chat room has an answer. See,
Sure.
we are boycotting Bollywood, and it's not only the SSRians who are boycotting. It's even the common man in India has now started to boycott at least certain movies. Which they feel is going anti-national, or it is going hurting the sentiments of their gods. They are boycotting. So we have the support, even whether they are not SSR, they are not fighting for SSR's justice. That's perfectly fine. They are fighting, but they are at least boycotting Bollywood. Now we saw what happened to Lal Singh Chadda, and they are getting hit. And it's showing now with the way the PRs have coming out in spaces and all that. So it's becoming obvious now that they are getting affected. So is it possible, just a doubt, is it even means even less than a fraction, is it possible that they getting hurt, the Bollywood's finance suffering so much, will they ever flush out SSR murderers to save their skin? That's my question. Will they do that too? Because if they are suffering so much, even we know that there are many involved in SSR's killing, but there may be some who are innocent in that Bollywood, maybe, or we don't know. So even they are suffering because their movies are also getting hit because of that, because it's a total boycott. So are they, will there be any chances that, to save their skin, to save their movies, they will flush out SSR murderers,
May I say something here?
killings?
Sure. Please go
Much
ahead.
as I wish, much as I wish what you say comes true, if they had the power to do that, then they wouldn't be the people who are suffering. The people who are on the sidelines, if they want to, if they just because to save their skin because they're suffering, if they want to somehow reveal the identity of the people who are there and flush them out, they cannot. If they could have done it, then they wouldn't be there in the sidelines. So it is completely under the grip of that cabal. So that is why most people don't even open their mouths. And what we call as suffering is not suffering. They want to probably say for 15 generations. Now they could say only for 10 generations. That's it.
Right.
So
Yeah, Girija ji, but for them, more than money,
yes,
it's
it is
that
the ego.
it's the fame, the name which has not been put on that pedestal now, is being affected. They have minted a lot of money and they have kept, which you, as we said, that their 6 generations or 7 generations will be comfortable with. So they're not bothered about the money factor, and even the money coming out is like, whatever the movies they're doing non-stop is either to clean whatever, to clean their money, which they, from black to white or whatever they do that. But the name and the prestige of, that stardom of being the celebrity, which is now gone crushed, like nobody will except for a few minorities who will go and stand out of Shah Rukh's bungalow and Amitabh, I don't know, the Amitabh's bungalow. But many people's eyes have been opened, thankfully, because of SSR. So, that name and fame which they had, which they were enjoying, which we are to be blamed, that way we put them on that pedestal. But now that we have brought them down, you know, that's what, so it's been affected. So I'm just hoping, without, I don't know whether it's possible also that, ever, that to save that, so they will, flush out SSR killers. That's the thing.
Yeah.
To
So
That's
reclaim
just a
that
thought.
kind of name and to get back into that kind of a good image, it is very, very important that they come clean and accept things in the open, which I don't think they will, because there'll be always this fear that now when I come and speak, people will say, oh, because a movie is coming, so I'm coming. That's what is happening, right? People who are coming on, even saying things which are, like humble things, they are doing it only at the time when a movie is being released. When they don't have any movie coming up, do they go and say that I want to give an interview and I want to admit that these are the things that have been happening in my industry? And I'm very strongly, I feel that we need to come clean. That is when the public is going to accept us. If they have the courage to say that, even though they may not immediately rise to fame, slowly people will start trusting them. Because our loss of trust also did not happen overnight. It took such a long time. Even after Sushant passed away, it's not like it was so easy and so fast that we could build it. We had to convey all that image. So many YouTube channels, they conveyed so much information. They had to dig out so much information to the public to convince them how there is a connection between D company and Bollywood, how there is drug addiction and how it is happening in Bollywood. So there was so many, or NCP intervened and they brought out so many things. So because of all these things, now people are convinced. Similarly, again, to convince them back to believing that Bollywood is not anymore in those things which are taking away the country, taking the country away from the right path. What is it? Like the Prime Minister summed up: corruption, drugs, and family entitlement, dynasty entitlement. These three things, how are they going to convince us that they are devoid of it? Now they don't believe in it. Unless there is the proof of the pudding is in the action. They have to do that. They've got to come and speak about it when a film is not releasing, and they have to repeatedly talk about it. And they have to call out people who are not, like, for example, if Arjun Kapoor said it, The senior people did not come out and say, no, it is the public who have kept us there. We cannot do anything. We have to win over their sympathy. We have to win over their affection, for which we need to correct ourselves. Nobody said it
Correct.
Varun,
until
I've
now.
sent you something on
Slowly only they
WhatsApp about Zomato pulling back the ad of Ritik's. Whenever you get the time, have a look at it and just see.
Sure.
So
I'll
anyway, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm seeing another speaker, but I can't remember the person's name. But
Pradeep ji. Pradeep
Pradeep
ji.
ji, namaste, Pradeep ji. And thank you, Girija ji. Ayush, take care. Bye, Varun.
All
Thank
right,
you.
bye. Yeah,
Bye.
I like to kind of comment on what Judy said, but before I let Pradeep ji also say, but end of the day, my again, my understanding अब तक जितनी मेरी है इस टॉपिक के ऊपर, I personally feel they will not. They will definitely not flush out any of these names. ये छोटे मोटे नाम एक दो लोगों के रिया फिया जैसे शायद उनको वो भी शायद. Otherwise, I don't see any kind of, because now at this point of time it's too late for them. And now if they do it, it will be like that they were all hiding something from all of us for the longest time. They knew everything, but they were hiding it because they're all part of the kaban, they're all part of this whole thing. So I personally don't believe it will come out this way. The only good thing that has happened is and again, thanks to this boycott movement which is going so strong, किसी ने सोचा नहीं था कि आमिर खान, I met somebody and I was talking, and this guy, not knowing that I am boycotting Bollywood like this, giving me like a little bit of gyan that Amir Khan ki movies badi meaningful hoti hain. They are always with a message. Look at all the messages and all. And then when I started giving, the other side of it, people are still ignorant, or people are not even aware of the things that have happened. हम लोग यहाँ social media पे आते हैं. A lot of us have become aware because we are active here. There are hundreds and thousands or maybe millions of other people who are not here on social media, who are not even aware of those facts. मैं अभी भी देख रहा हूँ ये कल वो I call him the chappal chor as well, this Deva Konda or whatever, this guy who wanted to become famous. Let me put it this way, by wearing that chappals and showing a very simple side of him, and then now he becoming part of the same kind of fraternity, using the same language कि देख लेंगे, जिसने देखना देखे, नहीं देखना ना करे. At least मैं कहूंगा आमिर खान at one point of time, चाहे वो अक्षय कुमार या आमिर खान, they at least recognize that this Bollywood boycott is impacting them. That मैं माफी मांगता हूँ. I was about to play another video. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it, where Akshay Kumar had acknowledged a little bit about Sushant. But now this new generation of or the fan following these people get, they are so fanatic about it कि यार हमें कौन touch कर सकता है. Now people have shown them their real face. अभी ये
Yeah,
live
but Varun, because this guy, sorry to interrupt,
yeah.
but this guy, because he must be having a strong fan or whatever, I don't know, the strong fan following in the South. So he cares two hoots to whether, the movie is boycotted here in Bollywood. This is my understanding. Probably it's that way. So probably that's why the arrogance is so much there in his voice when he's saying that if you want to see, if you don't want to see, don't see, boycott, whatever he says that. But then fine, it will be boycotted. The boycott will keep on going on, continuing till even after we get justice for Sushant. I feel now the boycott will continue. And I see Sonal. Before I leave, I just want to say hi to her and also want to thank her personally here on your platform. That yesterday on the space when we were talking something, she personally said that whenever we speak about Sushant, even if that samne wala is abusive or whatever, how much or so, we don't lose our dignity, we don't lose our class, because that's how Sushant's teachings are. And we keep that, and that is so true. I know that at that times we get so angry and frustrated when that samne wala is abusing Sushant. But today I'm talking in context, because today on that space there was that particular space of where I was just listening a little bit in and out. but the person who said SSR warriors are vivacious, she put this thing, this term, saying that SSR warriors are vivacious. So so that's exactly what they want to see come to, that if SSR warriors are vivacious, that means we are getting these traits from none other than Sushant. So we don't have to leave our dignity, we don't have to leave our class, our teachings, what Sushant gave. However that samne wala person makes us feel or wants us to get upset and angry, we still keep our cool, and we go from there. So thank you, Sonal, for mentioning that yesterday. And
Thank you, Judy.
I remember that term today when I was listening that, I thought of you that time.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Anyway, take care, guys. And it's justice for Sushant, and stay blessed all. Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much. All right, Pradeep ji, please go ahead. Good to see you. You are mute. You are mute. You are mute. You are mute. You are mute.
Sorry.
Hanji.
Saying good afternoon, Barunji, and good
Good
morning, Jaji, and all who are available here today. Welcome to all. Sonal, all my best wishes to you, and thank you, Judy, once again.
Thank you.
At the same time, Hara Hara Mahadev, Jai Bharat. So we are back again and roaring again and again, and our voices are going louder and louder only.
Yes.
So what I am saying now, the pictures are a little bit distinct now. The arrogance, the stupidity, the what I could say, controlling sort of attitude, commending us, now getting slowly weaker, and they are feeling scared. So this is the new term. They are scared us. Sorry, they feel we scared them. Sorry, what I'm saying, they feel
They're scared of us. Yes.
Yes, of us, and I believe some of them are already been traumatized. At the moment, at least, this gentleman, after 3 idiots, this idiot guy who thought he have discovered a traffic path to make money, and he has the money printing machine, they have lost their philosophy. So what I'm going to say here, pre-Sushant and post-Sushant scenario, I would define in two ways. But I would say, since the movie industry started in 1940s, 50s, and it ran in a particular direction up to 1980s and 90s, it was like family India sort of movies, were mostly low budget and mostly was picturized within the Indian territorial areas because of the financial limitations. Then came the criminal gang, Dawood and other things, and then started European and Switzerland, and in a single song, maybe 10 dresses and 10 locations. That continued, and then now from June 2020, now Bollywood have divided in a different spell. What I'm going to say, look, since 2020, when Sushant Singh Rajput sacrificed his life to awaken us, that make the huge changes. And now the Bollywood now have realized probably Boycott Bollywood and Justice for Sushant is the main driver of the whole story. The picture now is more distinct at the moment. Most of the producers who have genuine money, probably they are not funding anymore. And the criminal gangs funded by Dubai, Pakistan, Karachi, and maybe some other foreign revenue as well, they are still exploring and trying probably whether they can survive or not. The good thing is that one after another, all the movies are getting failure. Last time, I think we have seen, now they have a fear psychosis. They don't like to realize actually that what sort of movie they can build, what could be the storyline. They have confused. This is the good thing. So now I will say here today, very simple way, that number one, Boycott Bollywood has now shown that yes, people can support the Bollywood, and they have at least understood the Boycott Bollywood is a threat to them. And now the question will come, people might say that, look, after the Bollywood trade, whether they are accepting this or they are in a denial mode. I would divide those people into groups. Some people have compulsion of their connections, their networking, and they will remain in denial mode. Like Anurag Kashyap has talked something nonsense. People have no money, which is immaterial and not realistic. And some are in a denial mood, like even Hakla Khan or maybe Gadhe Khan. They're still in a denial mood, and let them bring their movies and we will show them their justice. And probably from each movie, they might suffer 100 crores plus losses again and again. And then slowly and steadily, what will happen then? Then the actual story will start. The actual story is that some politicians still have a confusion not to understand what is the power of Boycott Bollywood call. Barunji, I'm just trying to speaking in Hindi now. Some mantris or some trees or some politicians, they don't understand till today what is the power of Boycott Bollywood and how much is the importance of Boycott Bollywood. That's why you might have seen some minister, I think the railway ministry, have invited some of the stupid Bollywoodians. And this is happening sometimes. Maybe those are stray cases, magar ho raha hai. Some mantris are there. Probably these mantris have some other relationship also. They might have their personal, what I can say, obligations. They might be privileged previously some other way, and so they are trying to protect those people as much as they can. But the power of people, when it's concerned, it will not be successful anymore. And the Bollywood movie abhi ka jo situation hai, they have now find out at least one thing, that even they can get 3,000 screen or 4,000 screen, but doesn't make any sense.
Absolutely.
I will simply, Barun ji, मैं थोड़ा हिंदी में बोलता हूँ, इसको एक ऐसा पिक्चर में बताऊंगा कि लेट उन लोग को मिल गया 3,000 स्क्रीन 4,000 स्क्रीन. उसके बाद क्या हो रहा है? उसके बाद ये हो रहा है, उनके मूवी नहीं चलता है. जब मूवी बिकता नहीं है, अगर हॉल का खर्चा भी निकलता नहीं है, then what was the company name or whatever the company owner's identity is immaterial. If they realize after opening the hall they can collect the cost even, तो वो तो उनको hall allow नहीं करेंगे ना. They will not allow the screening anymore. Maybe 10-5 screening दे देंगे, then they will say sorry, we don't need your screening anymore.
Yeah,
That's why
places they returned the money to the people who were watching because they said it becomes a loss to run the movie. They returned it and they said sorry, and then they gave it to some other movies.
गिरिजा जी आप देखिए कार्तिका 2 उसको पहले कुछ स्क्रीन दिया था 300 नहीं तो 400 दिया था. But slowly they realized this stupid movie और चड्डा मड्डा जो है, गधे का चड्डा मड्डा, वाला चड्डा मड्डा, this copy movie has no validity, कोई acceptance नहीं है. So then they cutted the movies, उसको screen निकाल दिया है, and then they moved on to कार्तिका 2. So ये चीज clear हो रहा है, because the movie industry is a market driven market and we are the consumers. We people are the consumers. हम उनके भगवान हैं. हमके लात उनको खाना ही पड़ेगा. भगवान का लात तो उनको खाना ही पड़ेगा और लात उनको हजम करना ही पड़ेगा. The problem is that ये कोई पूछ सकता है कि is the Bollywood is going to change? ये सवाल आएंगे. The question will raise now whether they have learned or they have accepted it. The question is they will not accept it. Number one, they will never accept it because they have arrogance, and number two, they have an obligation to a particular direction to malign the Indian culture, to Hindu value system, and probably the social environment as well. And that's why they are funded from the overseas by support staffs like foreign countries or Dubai gang, whatever. And the second thing is that the black money market, they have a particular intention. So that's why they cannot change the agenda. So that's why Bollywoodian cannot be in a position to change their directions. They cannot make good movies where Hindu values will be appreciated, family system will be appreciated, respected, parents will be respected, and no, what I can say, vulgarity, stupidity, crime should be promoted. ये वो कर नहीं सकता. If they don't do these movies, they will not get funded. So that's why our Bollywood boycott जो stage है, ये चलते रहेंगे. Even I am very hopeful at this stage. Once I say, if the government don't deliver the justice, we ensure our justice. We will treat the Bollywood boycotting Bollywood. But today I would say probably the government has also started working on their own way. They might have taken extra time because they want to just not to make a judgment for Sushant Singh only. Probably they are trying to fix up some other issues. So that's a different story. If it comes out clear, then we will be more louder and we can talk more confidently on that particular stage. Now only I can say, those Bollywoodians are making stupid movie, Pathan, Gadha, Gudha, जो भी बन के आएंगे, public इसको लात मार मार के निकाल देगा, and the hall owners, because they are living for their bread and butter, not to praise Bollywood. अपने सबका दुकान चलाने पड़ता है. So that's why the Bollywood slowly and steadily गिरते रहेंगे और भी गिरेंगे, और हमारा काम है जितने जितने गिरेंगे और 4 लात मार के 4 चप्पड़ मार के नीचे करा दो.
बहुत बढ़िया.
So steadily, my call to everyone who are listening today, please do one thing, steadily and strongly boycott Bollywood, each and every movie, until at least the next 6 months, Bollywood shrink into a very smaller size and lost a lot of powers. And some ministers who are sleeping at the moment, they will also wake up and understood the power of the people once again. That's all today to everyone. And thank you, Baranji, for giving me the platform.
Thank you so much, Pradeep ji. बहुत very inspirational, very well said today. After a long time, I think this was the need. हम लोगों को ऐसी चीजें सुनना बहुत जरूरी भी है. And
grit and determination should be there to continue and see that they are ousted. Very well said. Thank you so much. I just want to say one thing, and then I would really like to leave because I have another meeting to attend.
Sure.
Yes. Now also I saw a tweet wherein I just will refer some South Indian. Yes. Vijay Devarakanda has written, when Amir Khan makes a Lal Singh Chadda, it is his name that stars in the film. But there are 2,000 to 3,000 families that are being provided for. But I'm saying these 2,000, 3,000 families that are being provided for, they are on contract for that particular job. And for that, they will get their daily wages and they go. They don't get a share in the profit that the movie makes. That goes only to the actors and the producers who have that stake. We don't have to worry about the lives of these people. They can't make the movies without them, and they are going to only continue getting their regular wages. They are not. If they are going to promise them their share and announce their shares, then we'll go.
Exactly.
Let them do that.
Bilkul. Absolutely. So, thank you so much, Jaji. And
I'll just listen to
sure.
Sonal.
Yes, Sonal, please go ahead. Welcome and good to see you.
Hi, Varun. Hello from sunny California, and welcome back to your sessions. Hello, Girijaji. Namaste. Hello, Pradeep ji. Ayush. Hello. So yeah, I was listening, and I know a lot of people are feeling dejected with what has been happening in the spaces last couple of days. Fortunately, I've not heard those spaces because either it happened when I was sleeping or I was away. But this is what is happening, and which is very interesting. You know, there's a book I want to quote paragraph or rather couple of sentences from a book. The book is called 212, The Extra Degree. So it says, at 211 degrees, water is hot. At 212 degrees, it boils, and with boiling water comes steam, and with steam, you can power a train. So that one extra degree, that one small step makes all the difference. So we are currently at that 212 degrees. We have worked very hard for the past 2 years. We are at 212 degrees where we are actually, train nikal chuki abhi, we have powered that train. And so, yes, we may see a lot of, them coming and abusing or them trying to stop us and all. But now, abhi ye train nikal chuki hai. So I think this is a testimony to all the SSRians and everyone who did Boycott Bollywood. This is actually our certificate that we have done something right. So we should not feel dejected. We should be very determined in what we are doing, and we should continue that.
Just
Only,
continue.
yeah, and only thing I feel like what Judy was also saying, and yesterday we discussed this in space, that we should maintain um, you know our language and all. We should watch our language because we are all representing Sushant, but at the same time, without using bad words, without anything, we can still make a tremendous difference. I mean, for a handful of us, and I say SSRians, those who are very, very active, are a handful, a few thousands maybe, has made such a huge impact in such a country with such a large population. I mean, it's amazing. So let's continue doing what we are doing. It has affected so many of them that it's just mind blowing. So hats off to all the SSRians, or to everyone who's participated. And some of the Boycott Bollywood people may not be SSRians,
Yep.
but hats off to everyone who has participated in that. And thanks to Sushant for opening our eyes. So that's all I wanted to say.
So true, so true. And go ahead, Gideon ji, आप कुछ कहना चाहते हैं? I think. Go
No,
ahead.
I'm fine. Thank you so
Okay.
much. What she said was right.
Yeah.
And I just want to leave because there's a Rotary meeting.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much again for
Thank you
joining.
so
And
much. I will
yeah,
continue to listen and then
sure.
later.
We'll wrap it up as well. क्योंकि try तो मैंने 1 घंटे का किया था, but I know I came after a long time, so it was bound to go a little, more than what I thought. But to Sonal's point, even Girija ji mentioned it. In a way, Pradeep ji ने तो एक दो बार. There have been some sessions where I very fondly remember the way he ripped apart, keeping in mind the language. He ripped apart these Bollywoodians, this cabal, and he has uh, really done that, couple of times. And आज भी मैं वही बोलूंगा on the same track, on social media. Guys, please, if you really care for this mission, if you really care for the Boycott Bollywood movement to win, please be very very respectful. Please be mindful of your language. मैं एक बार फिर repeat करूंगा, मैंने पहले भी बोला, the moment you start doing, and these guys are actually poking us to be aggressive. They are really, they want to provoke us, ताकि हम कुछ ऐसा लिखें जवाब में जिसकी वजह से हमारा वो सोशल मीडिया हैंडल जो है, it gets suspended. Because the problem would be, the moment you get suspended, you've worked very hard for the last 2 years to build that, 800 to 1000 to 2000 to 5000 or whatever jitna bhi hai account of people. The moment your account gets suspended, it becomes very difficult for you to get that same kind of visibility. And इस movement में, it's not about कि आपके कितने followers हैं. You have built over a period of time. You really need them to be connected. Even if you get a new ID, और अभी तो उस ID में भी बहुत झोल है कि they block your, or they suspend your IP. So if you are in that bracket, you won't be able to create a new ID to use it. And even if you try, it will be suspended again. So please be very mindful. Again, is अगर इस aspect को छोड़ भी दें, the other aspect is also very important. We came here because of Sushant. We have seen, Sushant ने एक tweet मैंने पढ़ा जहां पर he got aggressive, और उस aggression में भी what Sushant said, he kind of called someone an idiot. आप idiot तक आप भी रहो यार. Idiot तो सारे ही होते हैं, idiots तो सभी को कहा जा सकता है. Do not cross your limit. Do not cross your limit के family पे, बच्चों पे, कि आप उसके boss हो या ये हो या PR paid. Be in your limits. Maintain your ID. That is more.
Yeah.
The more we combine these IDs together, we will have strength. We will have power. The moment we start losing these IDs, that's what they want. कि इनको किसी तरह तोड़ो, इनको किसी तरह करो. So please be very very mindful. And even in spaces, I have heard, मैं थोड़ी देर के लिए उस space में गया था, at the very end, and I really, the way they were mocking, and the way they were calling us names, and the way they were saying कि आप लोगों ने तो मजाक बना के रखा है उस बेचारी रिया को. At the same time they're questioning us. I just wanted to go and question them. Then who is giving them the right to give a clean chit to Ria? I mean, if you are saying Sushant का इतना कुछ हम उसको support कर रहे हैं, we are support. then on the same platform, how are you validating everything that Ria was there and she is alive to speak? Sushant is not here. Then why are you defaming her dead? If you cannot take what we are telling, and let Ria kind of answer that. Ria ko jail bheja gaya tha. Ria ko shock mein to nahi na. Or somebody in that space said uh, she was sent to jail because of the public sentiments. Are you out of your mind? किसी पब्लिक सेंटिमेंट्स पे किसी को जेल भेज देंगे? मतलब आई डोंट लाइक प्रदीप जी और मैं कहूँ और मैं 10 लोगों को अगेंस्ट कर दूं तो उसकी वजह से प्रदीप जी को कोई जेल भेज देगा? क्या क्या पागलों वाली बात है. आई मीन दे वर गोइंग all over the place, no logic, no funda, no agenda, just एक agenda कि हमने इस सब बॉलीवुड जो boycott and the person itself, right? I mean, she's had a history, but let's all be respectfully, we should disagree. So that's all what I want to say. But let's go around. If you want to say anything before we end the session, Sonal, anything else?
Justice for Sushant Singh Rajput. That's all. Thank you so much for giving me the platform.
Pradeep ji.
ज़्यादा बोलने का नहीं है बरुण जी. I would add on the same word Sunal said. Initially, we the people who started with Justice for SSR, we started the slogan Boycott Bollywood. But now I have seen some other forums, some spiritual groups, and some even political groups also are joining in the same slogan with us, Boycott Bollywood. That means the Boycott Bollywood word has been more popularized and acceptable in a larger form. So this is the good thing. It is working, and we have to raise our voices again and again until we treat them properly. That's it. We don't need to do any illegal work. We don't need to do illegal activity, and we have the full right to boycott those people. And we in India or in overseas, whatever, throughout the world, everyone have the right to pick and choose what they want. That's all. We are the buyers, consumers at the end of the day. So that's all Boycott Bollywood will remain and get it gone on the same direction and working very strongly, I believe. And we hope we will treat these people in the same manner how they should be treated. That's all.
Bilkul. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, Girja ji. Let's end that.
I just want to say one thing, that there is something called as what may not be legally wrong, but something which is morally wrong. For example, there may be thousands of ways in which a person can evade tax. A chartered accountant may tell you how you can do it. But it is morally not right to do that because you owe it to the nation. Right? Similarly, many things that this Bollywood may be doing, we may not be able to catch them legally wrong. Like, for example, many people are only consumers of drugs and they are not caught. That's what it is said. But consumers also promote other people. Those who are taking drugs will definitely want others, their friends, to consume it. So in their own way, they are propagating that. So legally, they are not going to be punished. But morally, it is wrong what they are doing. So we need to understand the distinction and be very clear that we are supporting this boycott Bollywood only because they are going against what is good for a society. We have no ego issue. The moment, if they are good people, then we wouldn't have done it.
Exactly.
Basically, they are not doing good for the community. That's it. So, which we need to understand that it takes eons to build a nation. And within just 1 or 2 decades, they have destroyed it. So it is very important that we need to work against this. So boycott Bollywood is something that we need to really understand, that it is inspired by, it is also a kind of nation building exercise. It is not destroying, it is building the nation. If we are convinced about it, then we will go the right way.
Very well said. Absolutely. And before I end, I'm gonna just play this. At least एक बंदे ने जो थोड़ा बहुत acknowledge किया था, and again, all because his movies. The good news is this guy, ये बहुत बौखला गया है. इसका अभी recent कल का एक मूवी प्रमोशन चल रहा था, वहां पर इससे क्वेश्चन पूछा गया एक रिपोर्टर ने, और वहां पर इसको बिल्कुल बौखलाया हुआ इसने जवाब दिया. इसको कुछ ही समझ नहीं आया, और ओनरशिप अब ये खुद ले रहा है कि हाँ मेरी मूवी नहीं चल रही तो मैं रिस्पॉन्सिबल हूँ. बट दिस इज व्हाट ही हैड टू से फॉर सुशांत.
आज थोड़े भारी दिल से आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ. पिछले कुछ हफ्तों में बहुत सारी बातें आई मन में कहने के लिए, लेकिन हर तरफ इतनी नेगेटिविटी है कि समझ में नहीं आता है कि क्या बोलूं, किससे बोलूं, कितना बोलूं. देखिए, स्टार्स भले ही हम कहलाते हैं, लेकिन बॉलीवुड को आपने अपने प्यार से बनाया है. हम सिर्फ एक इंडस्ट्री नहीं है, हमने फिल्मों के जरिए हमारे देश के कल्चर, हमारी वैल्यूज को दुनिया के हर कोने तक पहुंचाया. जब जब हमारे देश की जनता के सेंटिमेंट्स की बात आई, जो भी जैसा भी आप महसूस कर रहे थे, इतने सालों से फिल्मों ने उसे ही दिखाने की कोशिश की है. चाहे वो एंग्री यंग मैन वाला आक्रोश हो, या फिर करप्शन हो, गरीबी हो, बेरोजगारी हो, हर इशू को सिनेमा ने अपने तरीके से दिखाने की कोशिश की है. ऐसे में अगर आज आपके सेंटिमेंट में गुस्सा है तो वो गुस्सा भी हमारे सर माथे पर है. सुशांत सिंह राजपूत की सडन डेथ के बाद से ऐसे बहुत से इश्यूज सामने आए हैं जिन्होंने हमें भी इतना ही दर्द दिया है जितना आप सबको. और इन मुद्दों ने हमें अपने खुद के गिरेबान में झांकने को मजबूर किया है. हमारी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री की ऐसी बहुत सी खामियों को देखने को मजबूर किया है जिन पे ध्यान जाना बहुत बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है. जैसे नारकोटिक्स और ड्रग्स के बारे में आजकल बात हो रही है. मैं आज दिल पे हाथ रख के कैसे आपसे झूठ बोल दूं कि ये प्रॉब्लम एग्जिस्ट नहीं करती. जरूर करती है. वैसे ही जैसे हर इंडस्ट्री पर, हर प्रोफेशन में होती होगी, पर हर प्रोफेशन का हर इंसान उस प्रॉब्लम में इन्वॉल्व हो, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता. ऐसा थोड़ी होता. ड्रग्स इज अ लीगल मैटर और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि हमारी लॉ एनफोर्समेंट अथॉरिटीज और कोर्ट्स इस पे जो भी जांच, जो भी एक्शन ले रही है वो बिल्कुल सही होगा. और मैं ये भी जानता हूं कि फिल्म इंडस्ट्री का हर इंसान उनके साथ पूरी तरह कोऑपरेट करेगा. पर प्लीज हाथ जोड़ के कहता हूं, ऐसा तो मत करो ना कि पूरी की पूरी इंडस्ट्री को एक ही बदनाम दुनिया जैसी नजरों के साथ देखने लगो. ये सही नहीं है. ये तो गलत है ना. मुझे पर्सनली हमेशा से मीडिया की ताकत में बहुत विश्वास रहा है. हमारा मीडिया अगर सही मुद्दे सही वक्त पे ना उठाए तो शायद बहुत से लोगों को ना आवाज मिलेगी, ना इंसाफ. मैं मीडिया से तहे दिल से रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहता हूं कि वो अपना काम, अपनी आवाज उठाना जारी रखे, लेकिन प्लीज थोड़ा सेंसिटिवली, क्योंकि एक नेगेटिव न्यूज किसी इंसान के सालों की रेपुटेशन, बरसों की कड़ी मेहनत को बर्बाद करके रख देगा. और आखिर में आप फैंस, आप लोगों को मेरा यही मैसेज है कि यार, आप सब ने ही तो हमें बनाया है. आपका विश्वास जाने नहीं देंगे. अगर आपको कोई नाराजगी है तो हम और मेहनत करेंगे अपनी खामियों को दूर करने की. आपका प्यार और विश्वास जीत के रहेंगे. यार, आप हो तो हम हैं. बस साथ निभाए रहना, साथ बना.
Good. So I wish that everybody in the industry says that and does that, and let them give a share of all the profits and everything to the people who are the meanest of the poor who's coming, to the makeup man, to the trolley person. Everybody gets a percentage. Let them do that, and then we will see.
बिल्कुल. ऑलराइट. हाँ जी आयुष, कुछ कहने आए थे आप, प्लीज गो अहेड.
मतलब पढ़े लिखों को झूठ कैसे हो, ये बेवकूफ कैसे बनाना है, इससे कोई ट्रेनिंग ले. मतलब ये एक केजरीवाल वहाँ पाकिस्तान में, दूसरा दिल्ली में, तीसरा ये बॉलीवुड में. मतलब ऐसे झूठ बोला ये कि हाँ सब कोई गिर जाए. अरे भाई, अपने गिरेबान में तब तुम झांकते जब तुम उभरते हुए कलाकारों को रास्ते से हटा रहे थे. अब क्या फायदा है, वक्त गुजर चुका है.
बट अच्छा लगा, ये डर बहुत देर से चल रहा है और अब आज की डेट में चाहे वो पठान हो, जैसे अभी प्रदीप जी ने बोला कि कोई डोंकी गधा कुछ भी ले आए जो मर्जी ये मूवी बना ले। पठान, डंकी और कौन सी आ रही है, बहुत ऐसी आ रही है।
अभी आ रहा है शायद।
क्या आ रहा है?
Brahmastra or something, right?
नहीं, ब्रह्मास्त्र के बाद एक कुत्ता भी आ रहा है।
कुत्ते भी आ रहा है, सही बात। आई नो कुत्ते का भी अभी कुत्ते नहीं तो सॉरी अर्जुन कपूर ने तो अभी बोला था जो उस मूवी का स्टार है कुत्ते का कि किस तरह से हमने बहुत लाइटली लिया, तो अब ये देखेंगे। बट एनीवेज, आई मीन विदाउट मॉकिंग देम, आई एंड दिस सेशन। मैं इतना ही कहूंगा, यू नो, वी आर गोइंग वेरी स्ट्रांग एंड वी विल गो कंटिन्यू गोइंग वेरी स्ट्रांग। बट प्लीज एक बार फिर से, यू नो, चाहे वो लाइगर हो, चाहे वो कुत्ते हो, चाहे वो गधे हो, चाहे वो कोई भी जानवर की मूवी हो, कोई लीडर की मूवी हो, कुछ भी हो, boycott means boycott, and end of the day, let them regret what they did. Let them, and let's all clean it together.
Even now, did you see that they are all protesting that Kashmir Files should go to the film festival? The entire film industry is standing against Kashmir Files going to the film festival. All the entire India has supported it, and who are they to say no?
Correct.
So until they come to that, we will not support. That's it.
Perfect. All right. On that note, I'm going to end tonight's session. But you know, we'll see more often now. We'll meet more often. और ऐसे ही boycott करते रहेंगे, and we will stand for the facts, the truth, and nothing can stop us. And we'll continue to roar for Sushant Singh Rajput. And जाते जाते एक बार फिर से, there are two campaigns. One for Sushant, the email campaign, and one for Samir Wankhede. You know, Shweta, Dipali, and Ayush,
I
and
posted the video, and yes,
yeah,
Facebook also.
exactly. So please, let's all you know, roar in large numbers. For Samir Wankhede, the golden button is also there on westandforjustice.org. वहां जाएं and send the email to the Chief Minister for Z Plus Security. And please, as much as possible, let's continue this roar. And don't get distracted, you know, by the trollers, by abusers. Let them poke you. Do not react. Respond very sensibly. Do not react. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Good night. Good day. Good, you know, and have a blessed day. We'll see you guys very soon. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat. Namaste.
Jai Hind.